Namaste. We will wait for a few moments for us to gather, for those to join in. Check in as you join in, right? As you make that very deliberate action to choose to join this live feed. See if you might also take a few moments to choose to join yourself and live in your current state of reality. Really check in with yourself. This is a segment providing some guidance on how to become placed in the moment that you're living, and tuning into a state of awareness through the support of each other, this beautiful global collective. Hey, Spat. How are you, dear? I'll see you later in the parking lot. We're gonna rumble in the parking lot. I'm here on site at the beautiful Shakti yoga space located in Western New York in the US of A, East Coast. It's a 3,000 square foot old bank, about 100 years old. I am extremely blessed to be here in the current state that others cannot be here with me. This is how we make the here possible between us, the collective of humans. And the beauty, of course, is we get to hang out with others that are not located, that are not local, you know. And for those that are local, we'll be in our parking lot, moving and breathing later on. But for now, this is, you know, really for everybody, you know. And that just really excites me, that we can all come home to this space together, no matter where you are. So please just take a moment, as I said before, check in with yourself, notice where you are. Start with really, really obvious things like the day and the location, because these are the things we have a tendency to just kind of rush past in our day of harried errands, and we're just so occupied all the time, right? Such states of urgency, right? And or just complete lethargy, right? So check in. Okay. Let's tune in together, my favorite part. Even though I cannot hear you, I most definitely can feel you. This feeling of one's presence, with sitting together as fellow humans. Time to listen. Breathe in. Namaste. Welcome, everyone. Nice to see you. Nice to see your names and your hearts and feel your love. Sharing some time, sharing some space together. So I hope you all had a beautiful weekend of retreat and perhaps in solitude or perhaps relating with others. We just came off of the full moon and that lunar eclipse and the Guru Purnima, which is in Hindu faith, a day during the fullness of the moon to honor those that have shed some light in your life and provided you with guidance. Guru isn't really a word that our culture uses and or understands or can even relate to. I mean, we can certainly substitute it for teacher. But how it differs is, often in our culture, when we churn up or we resurrect images of teachers, they're most typically those that profess, those that are quite learned, those that pass on knowledge, those that are highly educated, masters in their field. And all of that, of course, is yes, and it's always important to honor anyone that has provided you with any kind of information that has served you on your path of growth. But more specifically, Guru is pretty much a spiritual teacher, and the word itself translates to light, dark, light, dark. So a guru is one that helps you, assists you in recognizing your own darkness, your own ignorance, where you're holding, where you're blocking, and provides some energetic support on moving into light. So it's less about knowledge, less about reading a book on how to, less about the mind understanding how to, but more just someone that can hold space for you to grow at your own time, in your own pace, in your own way. Someone that can just simply support you in finding your own light, And what I love about this concept, well, there's many things, but I guess the one that I'll share with you is wait in anticipation is that everything can become our teacher, and everyone can become our teacher, our guide, someone that can assist us in finding the light as the darkness is shown to us. And what I love about this is that it just like blows the rules, kind of the roof off of the rule box, if you will, the roof off of the rule box, so that we start to jostle the marbles of our mind around in such a way that we realize we can learn from everyone, every human being, every experience is there to serve our higher good. And this is so challenging for us when life throws us, a curveball, or we feel so stuck, or someone has insulted us, right? And great anger comes through us, or deep jealousy, whatever it is. All of that, our culture is so used to trying to push that away, that is bad and that should not be in our path, and we should just be good, or they should not be bad and we are good, and all this kind of lines of divide from the black and the white, the light and the dark, rather than this kind of all-encompassing yogic approach, yogic way of life, union to life itself, which is everything and everyone. Everything and everyone is serving our higher good. We learn or can learn from everything. And what makes it able to serve our higher good is our willingness to show up and open up. Our willingness to shed the darkness and move toward the light. Our willingness to learn. We are students of life, right? So how it differs from Western philosophy is a state of hierarchy where, you matriculate and then you go on and get masters and do your dissertation, et cetera, and get tenure and get published and all of these kind of accolades, like this person is of high value, that can offer great knowledge. So in that case, we will allow ourselves to learn from that person. But if there's, an old woman on the street, we might not think of them as high value and could be as great a teacher to us, or someone that flips us the bird in traffic or what have you. Everything and everyone can serve our higher good. And it takes a great, believe me, this is something that I've been practicing for a long time. It takes a great amount of patience. And this is something that I do not succeed at 24/7, right? Because people test our patience. Because we have conflicts. Because life is challenging. But rather than seeing it that it should be all one way, like lit up all the time, light all the time, bright all the time, and no darkness should occur, the lesson is how to see that both light and darkness exist and how to unite to both in such a way that we learn from everything and actually evolve from that state of awareness. So we're not pushing anything away, we're not segregating anything out. We're really welcoming everything in and learning from it. There's a beautiful long chant that honors that. I won't do it for you today, but there's a beautiful long chant that I do every single day to remind me that everything that comes my way is my teacher. Every calamity, every ache, every pain, every disagreement is my teacher. So that I can stay open to learning and growing. It's all in perception. It's all in one's willingness to be available to life as it comes our way. To do the very best we can to dissolve some of our preferences, dissolve some of our desires. That doesn't mean we live without preference or desire. We just keep it in balance in such a way that it doesn't rule us, so that we are not shutting ourselves out from learning any further, that we stay open to life as it teaches us. Everything serves us. We just don't understand it when it happens, and we often don't like it when it happens. But what we're living now in this great state of crisis and chaos beyond, right? When we come through this, because we will come through this, right? We will move through that dark tunnel and see the light on the other side. I don't know how long it's going to take, but we will come through this. And when we do, we're going to look back and go, wow, look at what I learned. Look at how much I grew from that experience of great conflict, of great fear, of great dismay. Breathe in through your nose. Send it out the mouth. Free yourself as you breathe. Out the mouth. One more. Move the body. Free the body as you move it. So anyone that's tuning in, feel free to watch the feed afterwards on the little talk. I try to offer a little just human convo, if you will, human topic to bring us all together as a family, so that when it comes time to sit, we feel a little bit more leveled, a little bit more even, a little bit more connected, right? A little bit more joined. When you feel ready in your own time, in your own body, in your own way, drop into your seat and become aware of what it is you're sitting on. Whether it's the grass or your kitchen chair, your lazy boy recliner, or your floor. Become aware of what you are seated on. Becoming more schooled about this moment that you happen to be living right now. And it starts with your placement. Check out your environment. Where are you? Inside, outside, kitchen, porch? Nobody needs to know. It's not about getting anything right. It's just about allowing yourself to observe. And it's from the observation that you grow more placed in the present. Check out the temperature, the sounds, your environment. Become aware of the time of day, your neighborhood, who and what you can hear beyond the walls if you're inside, what you're joining to outside. And can you open, right? Can you open to this life as it occurs right now? Can you open in such a way that you allow yourself to be a student of it? Dissolving preference, need, desire, dissolving the result to learn anything other than just being in what is. If you feel comfortable, close your eyes, and if you're familiar, shift your gaze to the space just above the bridge of the nose. If that does not feel comfortable or suited, just look toward your heart or your belly. Make an attempt to bring your awareness inward. And notice that your heart is beating. And soften through the belly, the diaphragm, and the side body. And notice that you are breathing. Becoming aware that every time you inhale, the belly gently puffs away from you. And every time you exhale, the belly gently draws toward you. Notice how the ribs open every time you inhale, and how they hug you close every time you exhale. And it's so simple, it's so easy to miss it, right? These cues and clues of this present moment that you happen to be living right now. And as you open to these cues and clues, you are allowing yourself to be a student, to continue to learn from this life. Honoring the guru. And that doesn't have to be a person, it's just divine awareness. Allow yourself to be taught about this moment right now, how you are placed in it, how you are participating in it, how you are a valid member of it. Let's crawl our awareness into the top of the chest, softening when you get there. And gently elongating through the spine, opening through the side body. And slowly sip the breath from the belly into the chest on the inhale. And gradually empty from the chest to the belly upon the exhale. Allowing this breath to teach you about this moment you are living right now. This moment that is full. Purnima means full. The full moon that shines light. Light of awareness. Light that helps us come into the reality that there is both light and dark. Rather than us feeling like there should never be any darkness, that there should never be any ignorance, that there should never be any problems. Let us welcome it in such a way that we live fully and we learn from the darkness. We learn from our ignorance. We learn from where we're attaching and blocking our own light, from clenching too hard, too long. May we learn. May we open. If you're going to take it a little further, we'll participate in our lung strengthening exercise. The slower we can breathe, the more medicine on the nervous system we will receive, and the more medicine on the nervous system, the calmer we can be to stay in the state of awareness. Empty the broth from the underbelly. Slowly breathe in. Gently retain. Gradually breathe out. Retain. Breathe in. Retain. Breathe out. Retain. Breathe in. Retain. Breathe out. Retain. Breathe in. Retain. Breathe out. Retain. Release the lock of the underbelly, letting the breath go, letting the breath flow. Feel free to move the body. Perhaps notice an enhanced awareness of your current reality, that you have been schooled about your current conditions, and that nothing needs to be discarded, nothing needs to go, because it's all serving our higher good. Even if we don't understand it just yet, even if it hasn't occurred just yet, everything is serving our higher good. The light and the dark, creating the union between the two, the guru, the light and dark. With that in mind, body and spirit, slowly bring the hands together at the center of the heart, culminating with this gesture of union. May we continue to be students of life. May we continue to open to the lessons as they come our way. Breathe in. Namaste. Namaste, guys. Please feel free to send a chat. I will read it in a few moments. And, it's a nice way to connect with fellow man and like-minded beings, having a few moments to relate, feel this strong sense of community, which is so, so necessary right now. Also, feel free to send me questions and or requests on topics to speak about. I'm with you guys every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at noon. If anyone's local, please feel free to join us in the parking lot this evening for some play and pray, some yoga. Have the best day you can have. Let us seal it up. Let us send it out. May you be safe. Thank you for the hearts. May you be healthy. May you be happy. May you live with an easy heart. Namaste. Everything's available on the website if you're confused about anything that I'm offering.